All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. Hey there, everybody. Hey, everybody. Bye, y'all remember that Simpsons character? Bye, everybody. Uh, Good evening. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful Thursday and excuse me that everyone is having a good Thursday. Welcome to episode 17. Can you believe we've been on 17 episodes now of the SamaRoshi podcast? I like that. It's got a nice ring to it. I like it. We were originally calling it Roshi's Recap, but I figure I might save that for like review videos and stuff that I might post to YouTube exclusively. Or even Rumble exclusively, because we're trying to grow our channel and our audience over there so that we can do different type of streams, more in-depth, get to talk about issues that we really want to talk about and go into more detail on how we want to talk about them. And because with YouTube you gotta dance around with what you say and everything. Crazy, man. But we got episode 17 of the podcast, and yes, we traded Brittney Griner for the Merchant of Death. Like who takes on a title like that seriously in life? Like what type of person is doing that in real life? That sounds you sound like a fucking Call of Duty player, dude. The Merchant of Death. I'm here to sell you death. Shut the fuck up. Fucking shut the fuck up. But no, this dude was a pretty bad dude. We're gonna get into that, and then also we'll finish out the show with Putin's latest claims with nukes and his views on them, and if he plans to use them, and if he does use them, why he'll use them. So we got quite a fun show for you tonight. Just to remind everybody tuning in on YouTube or Rumble that we do have a channel on Spotify that it is called the SamaRoshi podcast. We post it there for people that, can't stick around, watch a show whenever it's live, don't have time to sit down and watch the video, but you still want to get the content out, watch it on Spotify, podcast form through audio. It's dope, dude. Watch us on there on Spotify, the SamaRoshi podcast. You'll see the logo, the skull and glasses. You'll see it. You'll see my jabroni ass somewhere. But anyway, on with the show. We got the first story, Brittney Griner. Griner. Whatever. I wasn't a fan of her to begin with, because yes, you are allowed to, if you want to kneel for the national anthem, go for it. If you want to say that America is oppressing you, if you want to say that you're this, you're that, go for it. Because you live in the greatest country on earth and have the greatest freedoms on earth, you have the freedom to say that and think that, no matter how wrong it is. So just like you have those same freedoms, I have the same freedoms to allow that to get on my fucking nerves. I love America. Yes, we have our faults, but we're the youngest country out there, man. So you could just say that we're still learning. But dude, we're great. I don't ever see Dave in Massachusetts being like, fuck, man, I really got to get a third job. I'm trying to save up to go to Cambodia. I'm ready to get it on over there. Like you never hear that. You never hear that. Cindy in Nebraska, she ain't pulling doubles so that she can save up enough money to go to Scandinavia. Crazy, man. Crazy. But people wanna dog on it. And you know what? That's fine. That's because, we're just bored. We don't have enough shit to do. We're too privileged. We we just hear about all the bad stuff. We don't actually have to like live through it and deal with it and, see our friends get hurt, our neighbor's house get blown up. We don't have to see that. We just hear about it, you know. We see our neighbors buying more vehicles. We see our neighbors remodeling their house. Not because it was destroyed, but just because they're tired of looking at it. I feel like I am very, very, very blessed to have been born in America. And I'm very blessed to be in a country that is so free. Because, dude, like, honestly, it would suck to live anywhere else. Like, yeah, we got our flaws, but we're still working out the kinks, baby. We're young. We're young. We're a young country. We're figuring it out. We got this. But that's why everybody wants to come here, because we're awesome. So, with that being said, I wasn't a huge fan of hers to begin with because she would kneel for the anthem, everything like that. And even after all the scandal of BLM, she still tagged them and stuff. So I guess she was still supporting them. So yeah, I just wasn't a huge fan of her, and I just found it kind of ironic that she pretty much wiped her ass with an American flag. I mean, she didn't literally do that, but metaphorically wiped her ass with a flag, and then she got in trouble for rules that she should know better than anybody in America. And she's like, "Oh, I need savings. Please, big awesome America with your big scary guns and muscles. Will you please come and save me? Help me." Funny how that works. But I am glad that she is released. It's awful that anybody would get locked up for what she did. So quick story on what happened with her. She's a WNBA player, and she plays in Russia because overseas the WNBA does really, really well in Russia, Ukraine, everything like that. Just in like that part of Europe, it does really, really well. They love basketball over there. So the women get paid a lot better than they do here because it does well. The seats fill, so they're going to pay you more. Like in America, if they would lower, like, I mean, it's not anything bad, man. Just lower the hoop a little bit. Like, I don't get the big deal. Just lower the hoop to where you can dunk more, make it more fantastic to watch, do cool stuff. I can shoot. I want to see you fly through the air and jam that thing, but she goes over there and she had been playing over there for damn near a decade, if not a decade. I'm not 1,000% sure. I really should have looked that up before I talked about it, but whatever. It's neither here nor there. Even if you went there for like 3 years, you know the rules of the country. I would hope by then. If not, dude, you might want to wear a helmet when you travel. But been over there for, we'll just say, a decade playing. She knows the rules, man. She knows that plant is illegal. And if anybody that has watched the cast, you already know my views on marijuana, but anybody new watching, listening, I love marijuana. I mean, you have CBD1A and THC1A receptors in your body. the plant is just so useful and versatile, not even just from like a medicine standpoint, but also in goods that you can make from it and how much it would help out the environment actually if we switch from plastic to hemp. So, I mean, I love this plant like through and through. I love the hemp. I love the CBD. I love the THC. I love it all. I think it's beautiful whenever the flowers bloom on it, that the bud, the flowers. I think it's beautiful. And I think it is like I think that marijuana is a gift from God. So to sit there and say that weed is illegal or it's wrong, to me, you're telling me that God is illegal or God is wrong. I'm not saying that marijuana is God and you should worship it, but I think it is a very useful tool that he gave us and one that we just, like so many countries, just shit on. It is so beneficial. But anyway, I digress. I digress. She got caught with it, which I think is stupid. I think that's dumb that that she even had to deal with like prison or anything like that. Because honestly, it was bad timing. I was talking about Miss Roshi. She's not joining us tonight. She's still a little under the weather. Stupid little stomach bug going around, man. Like it kind of like ran through our house. So we all been dealing with it. I'm feeling a lot better today, but she's still kind of going up and down with it. But hopefully she'll be back on the cast tomorrow, joining us, getting in on the fun. But sorry. Like I was telling my wife earlier, it was more than likely bad timing that ultimately led to her getting arrested and penalized like she was. Because if this would have happened a couple years ago, she would have just more than likely had to pay a fine and then make a public apology, and then had to sit out the season, or donate so much of her paycheck, some bullshit, something that's a celebrity, like a little slap on the wrist for celebrities, like no big deal. And then she would have went. Then she probably would have. They would have told her all that, and she went to her apartment, and smoked the fucking weed she got in trouble for, So it was just bad timing. They were planning this out. Because I got my notes right here. My handy dandy, the green notebook, the handy dandy one. But she was exchanged for Victor Bout. B-O-U-T. It's pronounced Boot. I didn't realize how long she had been over there, really, either. And that's why I'm like, well, I'm glad that she's at least out, because Russian gulags are like no fucking joke. And it's bullshit what she had to go through and has had to deal with and all that. There's no telling what happened over there. It's kind of like good luck. But she had been in there a little over 10 months. That's awful. That's awful. Detained for a little over 10 months. Back in February. That's fucking awful. Fuck. Parsons from the Cowboys did make he made a questionable tweet. Wait, nah, we left a Marine. Hell nah. The Marine thing, I don't really want to get into that, because that's a very touchy subject for people. But we can't we got to be better. We can't compare other situations to situations that are happening right now in front of us. So, trading a WNBA star for an arms dealer whose nickname is the Merchant of Death. So, if we look at this from a logical standpoint, you have a man that is awful. And I'm going to get into all the awful things that he's done. But you have a man that is awful, who is responsible for so many deaths, directly and indirectly, that it's probably immeasurable. And he didn't learn his lesson while he was locked up. He wasn't like, you know what? I think I'm going to go try and be a Catholic now. No, like that's not going to happen. Not at all. That is a Disney fairy tale. But you have him who's going to go back and continue doing what he was doing and selling to the people that he was selling to. Hopefully we will catch him faster this time. Guarantee he'll more than likely be caught again. Or a WNBA player who doesn't hurt anybody, who just stupidly brings marijuana to countries where it's fucking illegal. Like, I mean, logically, no, you do not make that deal. Never. Like, never, ever. He did what? And she's a what? Oh, no, that's not even an option. Next. Oh, man. And what's even shittier is the Biden campaign did this, but they held off on doing it. They more than likely this had been planned for a long time, but they held off on doing it for a political move to get back into the good graces of the people after this fucking crazy midterm. They're probably holding her on the back burner to be like, you know what? Let's see how the midterms go, and then we'll see what we're gonna do with Brittney. And that's fucked up. They did that. That's fucked up. Because, like I said, it sucks she's over there. And I don't think that, she should have went to jail for that. That's fucking stupid. It's a plant. It's medicine. Just, if it really bothers you that much, you big, scary fucking Russian. Oh, are you scary? Yeah, just throw it away. Don't look at it anymore. Oh, you can't have that here. You have to pay $5,000. That's how it should have went. Fucking stupid. Sorry, my voice is still a little thrashed. I did have a pretty gnarly morning whenever it was hitting the worst of it, and let's just say that my throat was hurting and it wasn't good. It was not good, bud. Okay. So, let's talk about Viktor Bout, one of the world's most prolific arms dealers. Sweet. That's dope. That's always like great for him to have at the top of the resume, especially since we just traded his fucking freedom. Merchant of Death is his nickname. Like, but for real, dude. Okay. So, like, that name is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous name. In real life, if you heard someone be like, I'm the Merchant of Death, you would laugh and then tell them to shut the fuck up. Go back to Call of Duty, you fucking noob. But this dude was given that nickname, and everybody took it seriously. Like, that is like a serious title for him to hold in this fucking underground world of gun running. So, the fact that he has such a ridiculous nickname, I mean, albeit it is cool. But for like a Call of Duty name, the Merchant of Death, 6969, like I'm waiting for them to finish his name. I'm like, what is it, like Merchant of Death, like MILF 69, is that his name? But, to be the Merchant of Death and be taken seriously, it's I don't know if that is just absolutely terrifying or just slightly terrifying. But either way, I'm scared and I don't like it. And in U.S. custody, he was our highest profile Russian. So that's dope. World War III pops off. It would have been super great to have him as leverage. That would have been dope. Hey, Putin, you push the button, we'll pull the trigger. So, Kind of crazy. Like, he did a lot of crap, dude. And pretty much, I wrote like a cliff note type deal of how he was able to do what he did. So he was able to use Soviet era social, military, and business networks to develop shell companies to hide the transactions. And he has been accused of selling weapons to Al Qaeda, the Taliban, and militants in Rwanda. That's super scuffed, dude. That's super scuffed. Um, I don't. This is just like a really hard topic and something really hard to think about. Had to get a had to get another sip of water. This is just something that we, yes, from a human and loving and caring perspective. Yes, that is an American. What do we got to do to get her back? What do we got to do? Get her back right now. This is an American. Russia's in war with somebody. You're not staying in Russia. What are we doing? How are we getting her back? You know? But then you look at it logically. This dude is literally called the Merchant of Death, and people take it seriously out in the streets. They're like, yeah, that's the Merchant of Death. Oh, don't fuck with him, dude. Like, it's crazy. And you're trading that for a WNBA star who I don't even think her salary is over six figures for how long she's been playing in the WNBA, which sucks, but you got to fill them seats. No one's watching, man. And it sucks, you know. I wish like lower the hoop, make it more exciting. I don't know. Get better PR teams. I don't know. Do what you got to do to jazz it up, man. Throw some fucking bells and whistles on it, some tassels. Throw that shit in my face. Fucking love it. Turn my lizard brain. Figure out a way to turn my lizard brain on. And you got me. You got me every time. But we're trading that for that. Come on, bro. Brittney for the Merchant. Come on. We couldn't have done like there weren't some like you know like oligarchs that we had gotten. Like, don't those aren't those guys just mostly like fat and just sit around and eat shit? Like, I don't know. I am glad that she is home. I'm not gonna I'm that is, my father taught me, Jesus taught me, my father, to love my brothers and sisters. And I'm glad that she's home. Because he will always go after that one that got away. There can be 99 of us in that room, but he wants 100, so he's going after that one. And she's back now, so I'm happy. I'm glad that she's back. I really am. I'm not trolling nothing. I really am. She's back in America. She's safe, and I hope that she learns her lesson and she repents for what she has done. Because that same country that you chose not to stand behind and bash and drag through the mud came and saved your ass. And shame on the Biden administration for waiting as long as they did and not getting into better negotiations. Like I said, you can think whatever you want, man, but come on. Connect the dots. ABC 1, 2, 3. This was all political. It was all political. But on the upside, she is home. And that's dope. That's dope. So hopefully she feels safe. Getting her some good food, getting a nice hot shower, getting to sleep in her comfortable bed tonight, be with her wife or girlfriend. I don't know if they're married. I don't know, but God bless them. I know that she was probably worried sick, and I can't imagine what Brittney and her family were going through emotionally and mentally, because I mean, they're not stupid. They know this war is going on. They know that Russia's in conflict with pretty much USA. and their wife, friend, daughter, sister, cousin, aunt. I'm sure she holds many titles personally. And she was sitting in a gulag, and that sucks. So yeah, I am glad that she's home. Sucks the fucking deal we had to make though, dude, because that piece of shit is back out. Fuck, man. He's gonna do it again. Hopefully we just catch him. They caught him in like 2008 in like Bangkok, but dude, he been doing this shit since like the 90s. He was like fucking Catch Me If You Can in real life. like he's in the box, just open it. Whoop, 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 see you later, motherfucker. You know, he was like that, you know? Like, holy shit, dude. It took us forever to fucking catch him. We had I believe it was an undercover. Hold on, I think I made notes of it. I think I did. I thought I did. But it was, well, I do remember reading it. It was something about they had to use undercover DEA agents to catch his ass. So that's nuts. It's a very hard subject to talk on. So my stance on it, I am glad that Brittney Griner is home. God bless her and her family. And I hope that they all have some peace and some serenity, and they just feel that love grow, especially over this holiday season. God bless you. I'm glad that you're home, Brittney. Welcome back. Now don't drag America through the mud like you've been doing. On the other hand, do I like the deal we had to make to get you home? Fuck no. That is the epitome of a shit deal. You know, that is about as shitty as it gets. And it was mostly political. Fucking shame, dude. They use us all like pawns, man. Even celebrities. They use us like pawns. They don't care. We're nothing more than trash. Just trash. Fucking bullshit. But while we're on the subject of Putin a foot in your ass, Putin has issued a nuclear threat or nuclear response, whatever you want to call it. There's a video on TACC, and they are speaking to Putin. And he actually comes up and speaks to him. He doesn't really talk to press that often because they like to control the propaganda. So let me see if I can even find it and pull it up quick, because you have to just see 5 months. Okay, well, they do not have. Let me try something. Let me try a different search. 9 months ago, 5 months ago, 9 months ago. Okay, well, we will just pull up Yahoo real quick because there was an article. From Yahoo News. I tried to use either in the middle or left wing news, even though I am a conservative. But I just try to use news sources like that so that I don't come off as, being one-sided. I'm open-minded, man. I try to live a conservative life under the guideship of my father, Jesus, and he teaches me that discipline and everything. So let's get into this article. Putin on nuclear threat. We are not crazy, but Russia's strategy is counterstrike. So we aren't going to get into it too crazy because I've already been flagged on one video, I think, for having an article up for too long. But let me get right here. Quote, this is a quote from Putin. Regarding the threat of nuclear war, this threat is growing, and there is no point in denying it. As for the fact that Russia will not use nuclear weapons, first under any circumstances, Russia, does not use it first under any circumstances, it follows that it will not be the second to use it either, because the options for using nuclear weapons in the event of a nuclear strike on our territory are very limited. This is from yahoonews.com. Y'all can go give that a full read through if you are super duper wanting to get into that article and everything. Is there another quote okay, here's one more quote from him. We're not crazy, and we are aware of what nuclear weapons are. We have these means, and they are in a more advanced and modern form than in any other nuclear country. This is obvious. But we are not going to rattle this weapon around the world like a saber. But of course, we will proceed from the fact that we have it. It is naturally a deterrent, not provoking the expansion of the conflict, but a deterrent. I hope everyone understands this. Well, do you understand? You understand it? Pretty much fuck around and find out. Putin stood up and said, fuck around and find out. Say when. So that's super, super fucking scary. And like we were saying on the podcast the other night, last night, as a matter of fact, getting into the End Times podcast. If y'all want to go check that out, we have it up on Rumble, YouTube, of course, Spotify. Try to make it as available to you as possible. But if he does get into dropping bombs, big bombs, that might be just that Gog and Magog, and it's inevitable. So, like I said from last night, I think we're on time and in line. And it's beautiful. We just can't see it yet. But it's there. He's there. Trust me. Even in these scary, dark times, that's when he wants to shine the brightest so he can get rid of the dark for you. Because even he knows the dark is scary. It's where the bad things hang out. So I'm gonna choose to pray. I'm gonna pray that we do not poke that big ass bear chilling on the skirts of Siberia, because he comes with a big paw to swing, man. I hope that we can come to the table very, very, very soon. Come to talks. Can we get like a super petition of that going somewhere? Like, come to the table, come to the peace talks. Like, let's come to an agreement. Like, what do we need to do? Like, let's seriously sit down. Let's do it. We should do that as Americans. Force them to sit down. That's what we should do. Force both sides to sit down, hash it out. What are we doing, guys? What's the situation that we got going on? I don't know. I'm always gonna broker for peace and solving the conflict diplomatically. There's no sense in us getting hurt. It's 2022. We got better shit to do. Like figure out how the fuck to get to Mars. So how about everybody we all just chill out, okay? Like, why can't we just chill, man? I guess I'll just chill. Legalize weed, smoke a doobie, chill out. Come on, man. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments, down in the chat. Do you think we should be scared of Putin's pretty much fuck around and find out threat? Should we even feel threatened by him? Do you think his statement of he has the most advanced modern nuclear weapons than any other nuclear country, should we take that as a real threat? I don't know. In the Brittney Griner case, man, what do y'all think of that? Like I said, I'm glad that she's home, but I hate the shit deal that we had to make to get her home. That was a shitty deal. You know, they made a movie based off of that dude's life called The Lord of War with Nicolas Cage in it. When I first, that was like the first thing that popped into my head whenever I heard this story breaking this morning. I was like, dude, The Merchant of Death, that was like what Nicolas Cage was called in a movie. And it was The Lord of War. And yeah, I read in an article later that they based that movie off of this dude's life. I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. So yeah, he was a bad guy. He can get his hands on some crazy weapons, I bet. I bet he still can. It ain't gonna take him no time to network up and get back up and running the way he was. Stupid. But like I said, I am glad that she's home. I'm happy whenever any American gets home. Because you're home, you're safe, you're on free soil. Just remember that. Next time you want to drag America's name through the mud at a game, on a post, at a rally, you remember who you wanted to come and save you whenever you were locked up in the gulag. Remember that. But I think that's going to do it for the show tonight, guys. Tomorrow morning, we have our morning podcast. It is going to be a very lighthearted one. They have the Game Awards going on tonight right now, so I want to go over that in the morning show. Fortnite has dropped Chapter 4, Season 1, baby. I'm not gonna lie, man. Fortnite is my guilty pleasure. Like, I love playing COD, but I love Fortnite too, man. Like, if I am gonna play a battle royale, I'm gonna play Fortnite. Cause I've played H1. You know, I didn't like it. Was all right. I liked it more than PUBG. I didn't like PUBG like really whatsoever. And then, yeah, Fortnite came out and it was just something different, man. It just hits different. It smacks different, man. It's nice. So we're going to be giving a review on the Chapter 4 Season 1 so far. Pretty dope. I like it. It's got like kind of like the OG feel to it. I've been playing since like the third season of Chapter 1. You know, like whenever it first came out years ago. Played in third season. I think I played like 3 weeks before it ended. So I never bought the battle pass. So I don't have Rust Lord or the original John Wick or anything like that. But I did buy the Season 4 battle pass, you know, because I idiotically thought, oh, you know, the new one comes out in like a couple weeks. So I'll just wait till then. Dumbass. But yeah, I love it. The new season's really fun. Still digging the zero build mode. So we're going to be giving a review on that, going over what the Game Awards we're going through tonight. So it's going to be a fun show. It's going to be more lighthearted. I love it. We do it at 9:30 in the morning, weekdays, and our evening show is at 9:30 at night, if y'all want to tune in. And then typically, if you are wanting to watch the show, and like I said, you can't use video, or you want to do it while you're driving, we are on Spotify, and typically the show that we have goes up 12 hours after it's live. We like to let it marinate, everything like that, and then I'll put it out about 12 hours later on all the other media platforms, Rumble, Spotify. Make sure you go and give us a follow. And don't forget to like and sub here on YouTube either. But that is going to do it for the show tonight. Thank you again, everybody, for coming out and listening to my jabroni ass. Just wanted to give my touch on it. I know, because I've been hearing so many things, like so many just cold ways of looking at it, you know. Like, you got to remember, she's someone's daughter. She's someone's wife. She's an aunt, a cousin, a friend, a neighbor. And she's an American. No matter what she's done, we're all human. We all do dumb things. So, like I said, hopefully she learned from her mistakes and she'll think twice next time she wants to even do something like that just to get attention or make a political statement. Hopefully she'll think twice about it. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt just because that's what my father, Jesus, would teach me. So, like I said, I'm glad she's home. I just hate the fucking deal we had to make to do it, dude. Shit deal, bro. That's going to do it. I love you guys. Thank you again for all the views. You're the best. Stay looking out for some new content. Join the TikTok if you do enjoy game and gaming reviews and like sniping clips and fun clips from games. Go give the TikTok a check. It's the SamaRoshi. I try to give everybody a little bit of variety of like each platform have different content. So I'm trying to figure out something to do exclusively for Rumble to get people funneled over to that as well. Maybe we'll do something like read like chats or something like that and donos. We'll do something like that whenever we build the audience more and build our audience more over on Rumble. So I don't know. I'm excited for the future. Like I said, we're still kind of in the baby steps of it. You know, we're still upgrading the show and everything. Definitely after the holidays, we get through that with our kids. You're going to see a major haul on the show. It's going to be dope. I love you guys. Thank you, the OGs coming around for the original podcasts. I love you guys. You're the best. And y'all know what I need you to do. It's the same thing every time, guys. So everybody should know what to do. But everybody that's new, I'm going to cut you some slack. It's really simple. It's just 2 things that you got to do. Stay sexy. That's right. That's it. Just stay sexy. I love you. I will see y'all tomorrow morning. You're the best. I love you guys. Later.